Welcome back to another episode of Misadventures. I am finally ready to start working on my build. I purchased a huge plot of land, and I plan to do a few different things here. But the element that I wanted to start with was a custom fishing pond. And eventually this will also have a fishing hut with an NPC and some quests and like cool interactive things. But I also want to make this pond area super detailed, so I wanted to start out with that. But going back to the fishing hut, the palette that I want to use does require a ton of copper blocks, and those things take literally forever to oxidize. So I thought placing those down whilst I was working on the pond would be a good idea. I didn't really have any type of smelter situation set up, but I know another player on the server does have a super smelter, so I went to go and ask if I could use it.
Rumor has it you have some smelting needs.
I do, and I feel like you're the person to come to because I need a lot of copper. And it looks like you've used a lot of it, so
I've kind of got the copper situation figured out.
So I need like 5 stacks of fully oxidized copper for a build that I'm doing, and I don't really know the best way to do that.
First level.
Oh my gosh! So this is your fuel. This is sick. The heck?
This is my stupor smelter because it's kind of stupid, but it works.
That is funny.
I want to give you permission to use this, and I'll show you how to use it.
Okay.
But in exchange, I have kind of like a little last finale thing that I want to do with my goats.
Okay.
And I was hoping to get some name tags from you.
I definitely hear a lot of them right now. Is that
They're right above us.
Okay.
There's 20 goats.
Oh
just
my
above
gosh.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you need?
About 20 name tags or 18.
Oh, 18 name tags? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, can you?
Right.
I can't.
Well, here's the deal. I'm gonna grant you land access, but you gotta be nice to my land, okay?
Yeah. I won't do anything.
Okay. All right. Then it's yours.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Space Cove.
Thank you. Woohoo.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me get you those. I've been getting so many from fishing, so that works.
Really?
I'll give you I'll give you 20.
Okay, it's about as easy to use as you can imagine. So you're gonna put your stuff that you want to smelt up in that chest just above the hopper mine.
Okay.
Lava buckets go in this back cart here.
Hang on, I have some to test.
Yeah, you have something to smelt.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, it's like so quick. Why is it so quick?
So you've got that.
Yeah.
Now all you do is you flip this lever here, and that just starts the minecart, and then you'll notice all the furnaces are
Ooh,
gonna start.
that's pretty.
Except for these last two. Oh wait. Oh yeah, they don't have fuel. Okay, hold on. I think there's a hopper problem in the back. We've got most of them running.
Okay.
So
well, I might need it. I might need a
two.
discount for the last two. No, this is really gonna affect my productivity here.
Fix it. All you need to worry about is now in here, all the buckets that were used are there, and so just you pull them out, you lava them up, and then the chest for lava is just
at
right
the back.
behind. It's
okay, cool.
Yep, at the back.
Got it.
And let me quickly just evaluate the situation here. That's your first lava bucket?
Yeah, it is.
Whoa.
Advancements.
Nice.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I will definitely be running back and forth here a little bit, trying to fill it up and empty it and whatnot, but yes, thank you. Now that I had access to Avid's super smelter, I was able to smelt all of the copper that I had fortuned, which allowed me to make a ton of copper blocks. And now I just had to go to my land, lay them all out so they could start oxidizing. I decided to start laying out the fishing pond on the right-hand side of this island, so I guess it would be one of the first things that you would see when you approach the area. I wanted it to feel like it was encased in a small cove, so I laid out where exactly I was going to build that. And I thought it would look cool if it went all around the outside. And now that I had the shape, I was ready to start building up the small mountain hill thingies that are going around it. I started experimenting using a palette of pale moss, tuff, cobblestone, and stone to give it a slight gradient. And then for the top, I put mossy cobble and moss. Until I ran out of moss, so let's go get that. I didn't have a whole lot of bone meal, so it was definitely easier for me to just mine out a lush cave. Now that I had some more moss, I was ready to continue the hills. As you can see, the hills going all the way around really started to enclose this space, which is definitely something I wanted to achieve. before I started the water pools, I knew a big element to this was going to be soul sand, so I had to be brave and venture to the nether for the very first time. Here's how that went. Glad it worked today. There we go. Alright, I made my portal. Now, at least that was a little bit quicker than the one that we made before. Okay, are we ready? I'm so scared. I have my gold on. We should be fine. We should be fine. I hope we're gonna be fine. Hey, we made it! Alright, I'm gonna jump down here. This is gonna be kind of risky, but Where is it? I just need to... Okay, there he is. Oh my god, they're terrifying. Oh, they're so scary. I am about to build a toxic pond and like fishing area for my new build. And I need a lot of soul sand for that, and I have not found any yet, so that is my... Oh! Can I not... You cannot use ender pearls? After having a scary run-in with an enderman, I found a tiny bit of soul sand that I was able to collect. Then it was back to the overworld to start the pool building. Because I didn't really plan any of this, I was experimenting with the shapes and how exactly I wanted these pools to interact with one another. I ended up with 4 total pools that all vary in size and shape. Also, I don't know how I've played Minecraft this long and still struggle with water placement every single time. If you have any good recommendations on how to fill ponds easily, then please let me know because I'm so over it at this point. And now I was ready to do one of the most important elements in this whole project, which was going to make this area feel super toxic. And I'm not talking about my scams, even though those can get pretty toxic sometimes. I was going to make these vibrant lime glass and green pools, which would add a bit of a poisonous and dangerous vibe to the area. So the next goal is to collect a lot of lime dye, lime wool, and lime glass. For the wool, I trapped a couple of sheep in a hole and dyed them lime. Then I can keep breeding them and shearing them, and I should end up with quite a few materials. I also started bone mealing a bunch of sea pickles to actually get lime dye too. Now that I had everything I need, I could start building that. I mined down a few layers deep and then placed glowstone at the bottom with lime carpet on top. This was gonna make it feel super radioactive and glowing. And then I added in my layers of glass. I loved how this was turning out, but I definitely had a lot more to do. So I got to work adding some smaller details like a boardwalk that takes you down to the water and some small decorative stuff, before adding a custom slime waterfall that drips down the walls as well. I'll probably add a bunch more of these in the future too, but it was good to kind of get a feel for how different elements were going to help this area. I worked on making a way that you would actually enter this area, but there was one more big thing that this project really needed. I wanted players to walk through this tunnel and then have something very interesting to look at when they came through. So I made some large overhanging spiky peaks. I don't have a lot of experience terraforming, but building these spikes all by hand, although it was difficult, really helped me learn a lot. And I do think it was exactly what the space needed. Okay, so since recording last time, I'm gonna do a final walkthrough of how the place turned out. I am actually so happy with everything. So firstly, this is how the area ended up looking on the map. I actually think this is so cool and so unique. I feel like it will definitely have people questioning what this is because it looks very interesting. I'll say that. All right, so as we walk through here, this is how the tunnel turned out. I added a bunch of green glass to make it look like the slime was kind of cracking all through the project. I actually have a lot more that I want to do with this because it's nowhere near done, but I'm going to show you where we got up to. When you walk through, this is how it looks. I added a tree. I'm not super sure on it yet. It's kind of like a mushroom tree looking thing, but we have that. I kind of fixed up some of this stuff, added some more green, added a little bit more detailing, some more lighting. I think the spikes, like, these are my first time ever building something like this. I think they actually turned out quite nice. But yeah, let me know if you have any more ideas, because I'm kind of struggling with just color. I'm going with the blue right now. I just still feel like it needs something else. I'm not sure if yellow would make sense. But yeah, definitely leave a comment and let me know. this area, I'm going to continue these mountains, or it's more like a hill. I'm going to continue this hill all the way around. I got to add some spikes to the top of this. And then also this is where the fishing hut's going to go. So that's probably going to be in the next episode where we build the fishing hut, which is going to go right here. That's the plans. A few more landscapey things to finish up, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I think it came out really nice. And that is going to be it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.